Hey YouTube, just want to do a quick review after 3 months of usage of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2. Now, of course, this was released in 2020, so it's been out for a minute. And I will say this, if you're thinking about, checking out foldable technology, I would definitely go with the Fold 2 as opposed to the Fold 3. Plus, the main reason you're going to pay less money with this device, and it's basically the same device. The only difference is the S Pen on the Fold 3, and it has a little bit of water resistance. Now, that's not a big deal. I don't have my devices around water, so I don't need the rating at all, and I don't need the S Pen. I got a Note for that. So if you're just looking to save money but you want to try out foldable technology, I would definitely say go with the Fold 2. Now, my 3 months of usage has been great, no problem. Now, I will say this. Now, this is just kind of weird, but I have the original Fold, and that Fold is so much more comfortable in my hand. Maybe because it's a little more compact and it's a little more rounded around the edges, and it's not as wide. Now, this phone has a bigger inner display at 7.6 inches, as you can see, and it has a bigger outer display at 6.2 inches. Now, with the original, it was nowhere near this wide. And I have the original right here. I'll show it to you. See, as you can see, this is a much bigger device as far as width and height. And this device is much heavier than that of the original Fold. But this is way more comfortable in my hand with a case or without a case than the Fold 2. Now, that doesn't mean that this one is better. Of course, it's not better, but just when it comes to just comfort, this phone is heavier and definitely is more squared off than that of the original Fold. But my 3 months of usage has been really, really good. I've had no issues with performance. Performance is nice and fast, nice and smooth. The speakers have been really great on this device. The build quality feels really great when I'm not using the case, which is very rarely because I get so much better grip with the case. And also, it's easier to open up the device when I have a case. Now, when I'm not using a case and I'm trying to open this thing up, it really is a challenge for me. So I definitely keep a case on it 99% of the time. Every now and then, I'll take it out of the case because I just want to feel the phone itself, feel that build quality. But for the most part, I leave it in the case because it's just way easier for me to navigate this device with a case on it. And it's not as slippery. And then the back of it is not all marked up from fingerprints because it's not a frosted back. Now, I know that the bronze version, it has a frosted back, but I wasn't able to find that one at the price that I was willing to pay. But I will say this, I have been enjoying this phone. The fingerprint sensor on the side with the original, I really didn't like it that much because it wasn't as accurate as I wanted it to be, but it definitely has been improved on the Z Fold 2, definitely. Love the fact unlock for all carriers. That's good for a lot of people, so you don't have to worry about, usability. You have no issue with that. And the fact that I already showed you the outer display, which is much bigger than the original. And of course, the inner display is a little bit bigger too. It's wider, it's taller, and you have no notch. You only have that little camera cutout. And you can see the display is extremely beautiful, super bright, 120 hertz refresh, quad HD display, absolutely beautiful. Performance has been great. And I love using this also when I'm watching movies sometime. If I'm downstairs and I don't want to, necessarily open it up, I could just watch a movie putting it like this, or either I'll turn it over like this, or either sometimes I'll turn it over like this and watch my movie. So it's nice that you have those options. You didn't have that option with the original Fold because this here right here, it was just not that good. It just wasn't. The hinge, yeah. The hinge just wasn't that good. It was very, very weak, and it wasn't stiff enough to hold the device open. Now it's much better. It's a little harder to open a device, but that's good because you just have it set up a lot different now. So the hinge is way, way better. So if you're gonna upgrade to this at all, the hinge is gonna be the number one reason why you should upgrade to this if you have the original Fold. Just the hinge alone should make you want to upgrade. And also the bezels on the inside are thinner. And like you said, you don't have that notch like you do with the original, and a bigger outer display. When it comes to battery life with this device in those 3 months, I'm averaging a day and a half. Sometimes I can get 2 days depending on how I use it, but a day and a half easily, no battery anxiety whatsoever. I mean, none. Cameras are very, very good on this phone. They're not as good as, say, my Note 10 Plus, but they're good. I mean, I say they're about the they're definitely improved over the original Fold, so they're good. I did a review on this. You can check out the photo quality and the video quality in my review. I'll leave it at the end of the video, but I have no issues with the photo or the video quality of this device at all. Now, is it the best that I have out of all of the devices that I have? No. But it's very, very good. If you get this phone, you don't have to worry about camera quality and video quality at all. Now, what I just showed you about the flex mode, you got this flex mode here where you can do this, and say if you was on YouTube, you was watching the video, but I'm gonna stop it. I'm not gonna let it play. I don't want no problems. Okay, I stopped it. So see how here you could be watching your video, and then you could be down here in the comment section. So you can be down here getting in the comment section while you're watching the video. It's called flex mode. And also certain games you'll be able to play with the device in this type of configuration. So this is something you definitely couldn't do with the original Fold. So I like that. Now I don't use that very much, but I like the fact that it's an option if I choose to. Okay, I like that option. So overall, honestly, the display is beautiful. The battery life is great. Performance is great. Build quality is great. Fingerprint sensor has been improved. Face unlock, Samsung and they face unlock is just not the best. Not for me. Not, at least not with this device. It's just sometimes it sees my face and recognizes, sometimes it don't. I don't like that at all. That's annoying. It has always on display. Of course, it has Samsung Pay, Samsung Pass, has wireless charging, reverse wireless charging. Now, the 25-watt charging has been improved from the original, which is good. But the 11-watt wireless charging, that's a joke, because the original Fold had 15-watt wireless charging. Why would you reduce the wireless charging down to 11 watts? I don't understand that. That just doesn't make sense to me, and that's pretty annoying. I'm serious. I mean, I don't understand that. And also, one of the biggest things that really upset me about this phone is that the original Fold came with 512 gigs of internal storage, and they reduced it down to 256 gigs with this device. Why would you do that? And the original Fold was $2,000. This phone was $2,000. Now, I didn't pay no $2,000 for this. I ain't pay $1,000 for this. But my point is, you charging people the same price, and you gave us less storage. You took away the earbuds. You took away also a case. And the presentation of the original compared to this one was way better. So Samsung started out great with the original Fold and its presentation and all you got with it, and they just went backwards. And the same thing with the 3. Now you get no charger. You get the same amount of internal storage, 256. No, now they cut that down to 128. So actually it starts out at 128, then 256, then 512. So they constantly going backwards, but they keep charging you more money. So, you know what? I'm not going to go on a rant. But Like I said before, you got edge panels, edge lighting, all the things that you normally get with a Samsung device as far as the UI has been great on this phone. I love it when I'm, doing certain things. Say if I want to read my Bible, it's nice and big. I love this. I just love that. I love that everything is nice and big. It's like having a phone and a tablet. I like that, the possibilities. I just like being able to go from a phone to a tablet. If I really want to watch videos and media content, it's like, I love having that little TV in my pocket. So I'm loving it. I really do. It gets nice and bright, beautiful, great speakers, great battery life, great performance, great cameras. No issues with this device at all. If you're thinking about getting it, I can definitely highly recommend this device. The also the what you call it, the seam that, well, I think, I don't know, but it just escapes my mind for some reason. But the little seam that you're supposed to get in the middle, where people complaining about saying, "Oh, I'm not going to get that because I don't want to see that." Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I very rarely ever see it, especially when you're just looking at the screen normally. I mean, if you're trying to find it like this, if you're moving it around certain ways and the light hit it a certain way, you'll see the crease. That's the word. Now it came back to me. You'll see the crease, but if you're just looking at the screen dead on, you're not going to see the crease. The crease is not an issue. It was more maybe of a somewhat of an issue with the original fold, but definitely not with the second one. Definitely crease is no issue at all. So if you're thinking about getting this phone, definitely recommend it. You'll love it, honestly. Now, I wish the outside display was a little bit wider. It was very, very narrow. I just wish it was kind of like the width of a regular smartphone, and that would make it like perfect for me, because I would be able to do pretty much anything and everything on the outer display and not have to open the inner display unless I just really wanted to. Like if I just really needed to do something productive, or if I just wanted to watch media content, then that'd be an option. So I'm hoping Samsung at some point would make it, the front of it, the same width as a regular device. And and the inside could be bigger. I don't have a problem, but just make the outside a little wider. It would be really nice, as opposed to this really skinny front. So, but this is definitely an improvement over that of the original Fold. But it's just certain thing. Now I can watch movies on this display, but I prefer something a little bit wider. Now, Oppo had came out with something just recently. I can't remember the name of that device, but it's shorter. It's about like this height, but it's definitely wider. So it's like a regular smartphone on the front, and then you got a wide. It's not as tall as this one, but it's wide on the inside. So that's what I'm talking about. If Samsung could just make this wider, it'd just be awesome. So that's my 3 months of usage with the Fold 2. It's been great. I can definitely highly recommend it. You can probably find this for around 700 something now, maybe 600. That's definitely worth it for the quality and the design of this device. So thank you for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. Please leave me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so you can see more content like this when I upload it. And I hope everybody out there is staying safe and staying well. And I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.